Welcome to I Know It Sounds Crazy, but It's True podcast. I'm the host, BBJ, and this is
Fallen Angel.
And Brisha.
Let's get into this segment called Situational Antidote, where we pick a subject and tell our story about it. Today's topic is funny weed stories. So, I'm not going to go into detail about this story, but one time, me and a couple of my cousins, we ended up smoking some stuff, and we was high out of our minds. And one of my cousins looked to my other cousins, because we all vibing to the music and everything like that. And he dead set stops, look at my cousin, said, "You know what? You look smackable." And my other cousin looked at him and she was like, "Yeah, and I'm gonna smack you back," and got real serious. Now, mind you, I'm over there crying in my own world, dying laughing off of that because they was dead serious. And I was not taking that seriously at all. I was over there crying. And after a while, you know how after a while you're laughing so hard, people just join in with you laughing. They just really ignored what the fact just happened. And they just started laughing with me because I was too busy. I was too busy rolling. It was like tears in my eyes on that day. But that's my story. How about y'all?
I'm sorry. I was laughing because I knew that story. I knew where you're going with it. And it just reminded me of when the first time you told me it. Too funny. So, like, I don't smoke. Just never been my thing. Have, however, had edibles before. So, you know, I enjoy me an edible or whatever. And I have slight OCD, so I have, like, control issues. Well, one day, actually, I wasn't planning on getting high. I was at a party. And I just wanted something sweet. And here go. There's some brownies on the table. Think nothing of it because it's a party. And, you know, most of the time, in my thought process, if you were going to put, you know, weed brownies out, you would tell people they're edibles. I forgot whose house I was over. Shout out to, you know. So I'm there with my brother and his girlfriend at the time. He's drunk as a skunk. I eat the brownie. I didn't even eat the full brownie. I took a pinch off of the brownie, maybe the size of like my thumb fingernail. I'm hungry. At this point, I feel like I am starving. So I eat a couple slices of pizza, still not full. What the fuck is happening? I go and I go get a couple pieces of cake. I'm like, oh my God, I'm still not full. What the hell is happening? So then I go get a drink. I'm like, maybe I'm confusing hunger with thirst. I get a drink of water. Isn't feeling right. Not tasting right, isn't feeling right. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck's up? So if I eat a strong edible for some reason, I don't know, I can't feel the bottom part of my jaw. This has always been. That's always how it's been. So I'm like, oh shit. I'm becoming high. Like, and shout out to BBJ for taking care of me and my brother that night because I know we were fucking annoying. I was moving so slowly throughout that night because when I'm high, I can't, like, I don't know what it is, but I move like a fucking snail. Like even sitting down and standing up, things that you would be like, why haven't you already fell from sitting down already? Why are you still like slowly inching? No, I couldn't feel my tongue, couldn't feel my face. Then all I remember is my stupid brother coming into the bathroom when I was trying to touch to see if, you know, I was high, which obviously I was because nobody touches their face to see if they're high. He's in there like sticking his tongue out saying, I can't do the tongue. While next to me, I'm high as a kite. Like I couldn't focus. Like it was just a disaster. And then trying to get us into the car was the funniest thing ever. His stupid ass kept running off. It's taken me 8 years to walk down some steps. Just the steps alone. It took me legitimately like 7 minutes to walk down 3 steps. Not 3 flights, 3 steps to get to the car. It was funny because it was like, now that I'm thinking about it afterwards, it was funny as shit because like, who does that? Why is that my reaction? But during that time, honey, I can only imagine how annoying we were. What about you, Brescia?
No.
All right, so this also includes BBJ.
Oh, Lord.
What are you, the high magnet?
It might be.
For
It might
real.
be.
Like, we didn't expect for this night to be this way, but it happened this way.
Woo!
We go to a friend's house because they're like having a little get together, and of course, me and my fiance, boyfriend.
Oh, I know where this one's going.
Yeah.
I know where this one's going.
Shout out to the fiancés.
I know it, night.
So,
Oh, I knew before when you said the topic, I knew what story she was going to choose.
I
From the
don't
talking.
have many of these stories, so this one, I had to do this one. So, okay, we get to the party, we call BBJ, and we're like, hey, we're going to this party, can you be basically the designated driver while we get sloshed at this party? She's like, alright, cool, I don't have anything else to do, whatever. It's just like a cool little kickback, and then everybody's like, oh, let's go outside, we're gonna smoke. And like me, I have chronic pain due to a previous injury, so I try to use things instead of using like the pills the doctor gives me to alleviate that. So I'm still like experimenting. I don't want to dive into it. So whenever there's a chance for me to try it, I will. Well,
You're
with
done,
people I
huh?
trust, I'm gonna try it. So we get there and we try smoking, and like smoking, I don't pull right. Apparently, I just don't. I pull too hard. I burn my lungs, my throat, and I'm like, I can't. I tap out. So then the guy that actually brings it, he's like, oh, let's try this. He actually gets a bowl for me. And he's like, okay, take this. And I took in one. And like 30 seconds later, I am just laughing uncontrollably. And I remember he turns to my fiance. He's like, yo, she hot as shit. And he's like, yeah. So I'm not going to bore you with everything that happened during this party, but let me give you the best part. I'm like on this big beanbag chair. And my boyfriend is like, all right, you've had too much. Let's get you some water. And he's like, okay, where's the cup you've been drinking from? And I was like, oh, it's right there. And he looks in there. He's like, oh, there's already some water in here. Let me pour some more water in it. So he pours more water in it, gives it to me. I taste it. I'm like, this tastes a little weird. And then I remembered that somebody was like, before this happened, somebody asked, who wants vodka? Like, I want vodka. No chaser, nothing. Pure vodka. So then he pours water into it. I drink it. So I am drinking water and vodka. So I just yell out, this is vodka. So around that time, wait, there's more. DJ was like, yo, it's time to go. So we leave, right? My fiance sticks his head out the window. His hat falls off in the middle of the road. And we see a person driving. He's like, oh, you see the hat? I don't know what he thought he heard. He was like upset with us. And we're like, ooh.
Wow.
I don't remember what happened there.
I remember that night very vaguely, both nights actually. And one was funny, one was just random. I will say that. Anyway, so our guest today,
Visited Canada like 2 summers ago, right? And you know, Canada, it's legal there. So we had found a dispensary, and me and the girls I was with, we bought a few edibles. We bought some lollipops. I bought 2 lollipops, 10, right? They're sitting there, they're talking to the guys in the shop, and I'm minding my business eating my lollipops. So I eat 2 lollipops, and I'm starting to feel funny. And the guy is like, he looks over, he's like, oh my God, you were only supposed to eat half of one. And I was like, why you didn't tell me that before I finished the second one? And like,
no.
Right.
Mm.
So So I started to feel funny. I felt good though, but when we got on the train, I started to really feel it. Like I was dancing on the train. I was like moving in like in slow motion, and everybody was like recording me, laughing at me, and shit. And then like
I know that feeling.
I was stuck, and then we kind of went home, and I couldn't get up the steps, y'all. I literally fell asleep where I was standing because it hurt so bad. I was high for 3 days.
3 days.
That's upsetting.
High as shit.
I'm sorry.
That is so upsetting. I'm so sorry that happened to you. I had one of those experiences too. Someone got me, and I wasn't even trying to get high. My fat ass saw some desserts, and he told me, go ahead, have as many as I want. And then he's like, well, after I finished off the plate, it was like 5 edibles. Yo said, now I'm not going to be the only one on this trip. I was high for 3 days straight. I had to call out of work both days afterwards.
It hurt to do everything.
Yes. I couldn't focus. There was nothing. I was just stuck.
That's crazy. Thanks everyone for all that. So we're gonna go ahead.
There's so many different people with different views that think that, I'm going to enforce my views on you or how I live my life. You should live your life too. And it's like,
shout out to religion.
No.
I'm sorry.
Exactly. No, but for real. Like, how many wars have been fight in the name of religion?
Yep.
Like,
you called it a holy war. You wanted to commit genocide. That's what you wanted Pretty
to
much.
do. It had nothing to do with religion.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I can't say there will definitely not be a World War III in the future. I'm not saying like right now. I mean, because right now we're going through a pandemic. Ain't nobody got time for a war right now.
You would be surprised.
Opportunists. We was in a recession before and we had one. Did that matter?
Opportunists will take any opportunity to create some bullshit.
If somebody like tries to start a war with America, they're gonna look real stupid when their troops come over here and all of them catch corona, and now they stupid with the corona infested army. Like, what are we gonna do now? They're all gonna die, and then we're gonna be like, well, we won, we killed all of them.
Mm-hmm. Big dumb energy. Big dumb energy.
But interesting, very interesting.
What about you? Do you think that there's another World War coming, BBJ?
I felt like at one point in time we was about to be on that verge of it. Like I was gonna have to clutch my pearls and get ready to be in defense mode. But after a while, I felt like,
what pearls are you?
Yo, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Keep clutching mine.
I'm clutching them. I'm clutching my whatever. Anyway, but still, like I felt like at one point in time it was going to happen, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna have to relocate. I don't know how we're gonna do this. I need to learn how to fly.
Where are you relocating? That's a good question. If there's a war, where are you located?
Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada.
Canada already said they're not taking nobody. Don't try to come over to Canada.
Right.
Canada closing borders up quick.
I'm gonna go through Alaska.
I said not with these Americans. Alaska is still part of
Alaska. You could get to Alaska from there, and then I'm gonna drive my ass from Alaska to Canada, preferably Vancouver.
You got a whole plan.
Angel.
Yeah.
How was you gonna get to Alaska?
A plane.
But if you're gonna go all the way to Alaska,
no. If Canada closes their borders, right? Which is what was talked about. If Canada closed their borders, then I go around.
I guess.
Where would you relocate, Brisha?
Oh, I'll go to Trinidad.
Okay.
Trinidad don't want you. Trinidad don't want nobody from America right now.
That's too bad.
They're gonna have to take back seats.
No take back seats. Because if Trinidad is an option, honey, deuces. I would much rather be in somebody warm climate eating a mango off of a tree. Okay?
Yeah, I'm going somewhere random. I'm going off the grid. Don't worry about that.
No, if we're going to Trinidad, you coming to Trinidad too.
Bitch, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? No.
I don't know. Y'all gonna see
And you're going to just breathe in this fucking chloroform, and you're going to end up in Trinidad.
Wow. For everybody listening, you hear they kidnapping me, right?
Boop.
I did not subscribe
You were plotting it.
to this plan.
Boop.
I cannot confirm or deny.
I mean, horse riding has been a major part of most of America's wars.
That is true. That is true.
You know, the only fuel they need is grass
And some water.
and an occasional apple,
Not you.
and they on their way.
That's true. That's true. Would you ever go to, like, if somebody say to you, hey, let's have, like, first of all, how do y'all feel about the reenactment ones with the war? Do you feel like
Y'all
they are
get over it.
all right? Like, I wasn't going to ask that. I was going to say, do you feel like they actually serve a purpose, or it's just for people who like war stuff or history, like history buffs?
All right, it's different if it's like near a museum or on land where it happened. But like if you are just LARPing the historical war, like
Get over it.
no problem.
Get the fuck over it.
You don't think it served any type of purpose at all? Like, why are you doing this?
No,
It definitely serves a purpose.
No,
The purpose to annoy
if
me,
it's
but
on,
from the start.
like if it's where it happened, if it's on the day that it happened, if it's part of a museum or something like that, that's fine, because you know we need to learn about history. But if it's on a given Tuesday somewhere random and it's your friends,
Bonton,
No.
Alabama. You just reenacting the Southern War, and then you know a lot of those Southern reenactments has the South winning at
Yeah.
the end. Like y'all
Really?
know.
So then what's the point?
Now y'all know damn well y'all lost. A thought in my mind. Y'all lost. Y'all big fucking losers.
You lost, right?
But you can't tell them that.
Sure.
Mm-mm.
Look what happened at the Capitol.
Don't even bring up the
It's
Capitol.
a revolution, honey.
That was a joke.
Y'all looking hella stupid.
Trying to storm the Capitol. In other words, so which one do you think is a bigger issue? Since we did bring this up about war with yourself or war with other people, which one do you think is a bigger one, or which one do you think can be resolved easier?
Oh, I think the war with society would be easier to deal with rather than the war with yourself.
People who are at war with yourselves are dangerous, and 90% of the times, those are the people who are starting actual wars. Like if you look at Hitler, his description of what race
Eugenics.
would look like, he doesn't fit that description.
Not at all.
He was Jewish,
And he
by the
was
way.
like that. That's a big
Just to
big
put that
metal
out there,
finger
he
to
was
yourself.
Jewish.
Like, bruh, use it. You're Jewish. Calm it down. Love your people. Love yourself. Get the fuck over it.
Like, did his parents be like, "Yo, what's up? Like, what's going on with you?"
I can't imagine. I can't imagine the disappointment I would feel in my child for
Like,
hating
you know you're
them.
Jewish, right? Just want to make sure you are aware. But you know they went by like, if the dad isn't Jewish, then you're not Jewish, regardless of whatever your mom is.
No, I think it's the opposite actually. From what
Oh, really?
I tried dating a Jewish guy one time. Didn't fucking work. It just didn't work because he wasn't okay with being seen with somebody who was not Jewish. Like
Yikes.
his mom was, and from what he told me, he was like, yeah, it's a huge deal for the mother in the relationship to be Jewish.
Mhm. He didn't think about that before he wanted to get with you. Like, if he cared
No,
that- Oh, how about the fact that the people that actually have to go to war are poor and uneducated people?
How do you say, Brisha?
That's the people that have to. No, they don't have to, but that's who's going to war. It's not people coming from rich families and whatnot. It's poor, uneducated. Well, maybe not necessarily.
I was just going to say because that's
But,
a
like,
big middle
poor
finger to
people.
people who have their degrees and they're in the army. Just, throwing it
I
out
just
there.
was about to say that, but I was going to let you finish. I was going to let you talk
Yeah.
your talk.
Well, okay. I mean, not like in the actual military, but the people that are on the front lines. Like, usually those people are poor and they're usually uneducated, and they're using the military to at least get their education. They're using the military to get the education.
Well, I mean,
So they have to put their life on the line so they can.
they
get
knew what they
education.
signed up for. You could either do that, you could take out some student loans like the rest of us did, or you could do the way that you did.
But imagine, okay, so then let's say this. Let's say you can, education was like affordable and everybody can do it. Do you think we would have the army that we would have now? Do you think people would go to war, sign up for the military?
I mean, there's some
if we
people
could
that
ju- if we had
actually
access to.
want to do that.
No, I understand that. I understand that there's people who do want to do that, but could you imagine the numbers that it would just dwindle the amount of people that would want to go out to war? Because
I wouldn't say-
you're gonna get this. And this
I
and
wouldn't say
that.
dwindle, because there are plenty of people who are in the military because they didn't, they wanted that job. They wanted that job security of being in the military. They wanted that paycheck. They wanted
But
that
exactly,
charger.
the job,
But it had nothing to do with college.
But guess what? A lot of the times they don't even get the charger. They don't even get what they're promised. A lot of times they don't.
That's the point. They think they're gonna get it, so then they go ahead and do it, and then they have to go through the years
exactly.
that they
So
gotta
why
go
do you have?
through.
Why do you have to trick? Why do you have to? Trick
All right,
It's not a trick.
it's not a trick. Financial, no.
People.
Financially,
to
it's
get
their
into
fault
the-
that they didn't get what they wanted to get. A lot of times.
That's not how that works. Like, if you go for a job and we're like, okay, we're gonna pay you $20 an hour. You're like, okay, I agree to this $20 an hour, and you actually work. You're like, oh no, psych, it's actually $10 an hour. Like,
No.
what?
They're not tricking them
And a
on
lot
the
of times
price.
they're on contract, so you can't.
They're
be
not
like,
tricking them on the price.
No, I understand that, but I'm saying if something is promised to you and you don't get it, you're like, oh, that's their
No,
problem.
because it is promised to them. Whatever the salary is, it's promised to them. But, if let's say you're promised $20 an hour and you're thinking you can get a charger on that, but you go and start spending your money on couches, I don't fucking know. And now you can't afford the charger that you wanted. Whose fault is that?
Oh, so they're not like giving them a
No.
charger.
Niggas just like,
No, you have to pay for it.
No, the amount of ways I heard that said, like, it's as if they're going to give
No,
them
sweetie,
the
no.
card. Like, they're gonna give them the money
no,
for the car.
it's just that's what they do. They get in there, they get a charger, and then they keep going about their business.
Yeah, that's the stereotype that's always put out there with it, because that's what usually
I
happens.
literally thought they got charged.
No,
that's
no.
cute.
Okay.
No.
But like, yeah, the point is, I think the numbers of people that would be enrolled in all the branches of the military would dwindle if there was like economic equality.
Well, here's some of the thing with that whole economic equality, right? How many of us
I mean, I know it's never gonna happen.
have went to school and knew from the get-go what we wanted to go to school for? How many times did you change your major?
Once.
Yeah, once for me.
Oh shit. I've changed my major 6 times.
Yeah, I definitely
Oh,
mine
well.
once.
Because there are so many things I am talented to do and that I like doing that I was like, okay, let's go and do this. Dabbled a little in that. Let's go and do that. The amount of credits I have probably should have a master's. Not gonna lie. But a lot of it is bad planning. Like, how many of us work and go to school and put none of that money towards our school loan that we loan out?
That's true.
Well, a lot of the time. Well, let me give you a story. I mean, I know my situation might be a little bit different than anybody. The amount of time that I had to work my first couple of years in college, I literally could not afford to put anything away. The money that I made literally went to the bus ticket for me to go to college.
How many hours were you working?
All the money that I made.
How many hours were you working?
I worked I had to work 8.
You were working 8?
I had a lot of
that was by your choice, correct?
And then on top of it, that was by my
so
choice, yes.
That again goes down to personal choice. Because you
was either that or not.
You didn't have to take all of those classes.
Yeah, you could have.
You could have taken
did a part
6 credits. That's 2 classes, and you could work your way through it.
I was just ready to get out of here, so I'm like, I need to just hurry up and finish all these.
So cool. Again, it goes down to personal choice because you chose to hurry up and try to get out of there, which is not a bad choice. I understand nobody's going to be a lifelong student like how I am, but you know, that was personal choice. Whereas, and by chance, you know what? Nope, we're not even going to get into that because that's off topic. Ooh, saved you a lot of editing, honey.
Very off topic.
But yeah, a lot of those things are personal choice that people are dealing with. It's just like, let's get back to the topic of war. Let's go ahead and do that.
I feel like war is just a big revenge plot as well.
Explain.
Like, if you think about it, was it World War One or World War II? It might have been World War One, where the reason why it had started was because American citizens, innocent American citizens, were killed by an act over something, and then they ended up retaliating. That's when the whole World War started. So
say that again.
So if you think back, it was either World War One or World War II. I'm not sure which one it was, but they were 4 American citizens had gotten killed on foreign soil, and then 2 more got killed in like the sea or something like that, and that's when the United States decided to start fighting as well and join in the war.
Unfortunately, because I have nothing to give towards this topic because of the fact that
I don't
the histories of those particular wars are not in my repertoire. So
yeah, so
if I'm not mistaken, wasn't the majority of World War One for land and countries? That's what I thought.
That's what I said. I'm not sure which one was it, but I know one of them. It was because that's why the United States joined in, was because American citizens were killed on foreign soil. But nonetheless, it's like the comedian Cat Williams said, fucking America is like basically a big ass bully. Like, they be like America really do be like tripping. I ain't even gonna lie. They be doing a lot of stupid shit, and then they be like, oh, we ain't do shit. What you looking over here for? We ain't do shit.
America.
Like, we got all these fucking resources. Go ahead and try to do something stupid. I bet you we bomb your ass. Like, it's like, damn. Why we sorry shit? Like, why?
America.
You right.
Because we're America, and we can.
We can. You right. Because fuck everybody else.
With some real shit, I feel like that's a lot of we go onto their soil, grab up their oil, and wish the fuck that they would.
That's true.
Stare at them while taking the oil. Like, what are you going to do to me?
And then
I triple dog dare you.
We all astonished, like, did they just do that? Oh my god, really? Oh no, it's time to go down now. Like, dang, you started this. Why did you come back so hard?
I feel like like the person that declares war, I feel like they need to be in the front lines too.
Okay. But that ain't never gonna happen.
They make sure they are as far away from that war as possible. Like, no, if you want to declare war,
it used to
declare war. Go
in
up
old
there
times, you know, if you see any of those medieval pieces, like, it used to be that, you know, the kings,
like homie,
they were in the field with their army. That's how a lot of them became king. Like, that's how their grandfathers, their great grandfathers became king.
Like, there would be less wars if people were like, "Oh, you're gonna declare war, you need to be front line with them and watch."
I don't like that idea.
All of them.
I don't think that we're going to do this. If y'all at war with yourselves, honey, go and see a psychologist. It's a booming industry. There are many new psychologists who have all types of understandings, whether you're a person of color, an LGBT person, a religious person. There are all types of people. There's gotta be a therapist for you. Go and get yourself help. Because war with yourself will have you up there shooting up. Who was it that homie who shot up the gay club down in Florida?
Or the Pulse?
Yeah. And turned out he was bisexual. Heal yourself, boo. Heal yourself. That way you don't have to go through all of that. That way innocent people's lives are not lost because of a war within you. Get counseling.
Right.
And if your religion teaches you to hate, well, get a new religion. That's what I mean. Get a new religion. That's all I can say, okay? Like, get a new religion. Like, no.
Okay, well, since we are done for today, thanks for listening. Please like, comment what I did you would like to hear us talk about. And go ahead and share with everybody you know.